Welcome to Distressed to Joyful, Bailey's Way. I'm your host, Bailey Raber, here to enlighten you and the rest of the world about one of the most misunderstood mental disorders out there, bipolar disorder. Each week, we're going to learn more about my personal journey with the disorder while leaving you enriched with new information on how you can help better yourself as well as those around you. Hello, friends! I'd love to say good morning because I'm recording right now in the morning, but I don't know what time of day it is for you right now listening to the show, and so that could be a little awkward. I think I'm just going to say good morning anyways because I'm a morning person. I'm one of those crazy people, and I just love mornings. So, good morning. All right, a couple announcements before we start today's episode. Round 4 of my 60 Days Stronger Challenge is going to start on Thursday, July 1st. Y'all, I am so excited, and I get more and more excited each time because if you haven't heard or if you don't know what my 60 Days Stronger Challenge is, it's just an online little accountability group that I started back in, I want to say it was like October of 2020 was the first month that I did it. But basically what it is, it's a little challenge where you have 5 tasks to complete every single day. One of them is hydration, exercise, meal plan, gratitude, and self-growth. So the goal is to complete all 5 tasks every day, and you tally up points. And yeah, because there's a point system and there's prizes. And you're in a group with a bunch of other people who are also super excited to compete and participate and have fun once again, which, guys, that makes my heart so happy. Like the fact that I created this little challenge just to help myself get out of the funk that I was in at the end of 2020 and get me back to my healthy lifestyle again. I was having a really difficult time making sure that I was reading a book every day, that I was exercising every day, that I was eating healthy again every day. And I made this challenge. I shared it with a friend and it just exploded from there. And I've met some amazing people along the way who are, it's just been so much fun to watch them grow and learn and become healthier versions of themselves. And there's like Lindsay and Katie and Kirsten and Veronica, I could just keep going with all the names of the beautiful people I get to spend my time with online with this challenge. But instead of me just, going on and on about how great this is, why don't you just check it out and see if it's something for you? So you can go to my Instagram or my website and you can find the link there. I'll also make sure that I post it in the show notes for this specific episode, the sign up for July 1st, because there's a bunch of random signups flying around. You want to make sure you're doing the one for July 1st because they're a little different each time. But yeah, I hope you guys join me. I actually wrote a blog post that kind of explains my 60 Days Stronger Challenge better, and you can find that on my website, whatisheybales.com, which, speaking of my website, I updated it and I'm so freaking proud of myself because I spent the time to figure out how to organize it super nicely and neatly to make it easier for you to find things that I reference to. Guys, I am terrible at technology, terrible at it. So, like, the fact that I've learned how to record and edit this podcast that you are currently listening to right now is amazing, first of all, because that was a huge thing. that was a headache. You can ask Monish. Monish had to teach me internet stuff and technology stuff, and he had a great time. Just ask him. He just loved it. But I'm just not the best with technology. I love to sew and read books and exercise and run, which you don't really need a lot of technology for any of those. And so I was messing with my website and I figured it out mostly on my own. And I'm just so excited. So you should go check it out because it looks really pretty. And now you can find things and it's just so exciting. So please join me in my excitement. I would appreciate it a lot. Alrighty. To piggyback off of last episode, which was episode 8, Difficult Conversations with Loved Ones, let's spend some time talking about what it means to love someone from afar. Okay, so you might be sitting there like, all right, what the fuck does that even mean? Well, remember how in the last episode we talked about setting boundaries with people that we love because we really need those boundaries in order to have a healthy relationship with these people? Yeah? Cool? You remember? Good. So now, what happens when this person you've been trying to set some boundaries with is not complying or willing to be respectful of your time and space? The answer is you choose to do what brings you mental peace and keep your distance. Straight up. And y'all, when I talk about loved ones, I just want to make a side note here that loved ones aren't necessarily family members. A loved one can be a friend, it can be a longtime family friend, it could be a childhood friend, it could be somebody that you've been friends with for 2 years. I mean, I just use the term loved ones because I don't know about you, but I love all of my friends. So they kind of just fit in that category. So when you hear loved ones, just think of anybody that you love in a friendly or family way. Alrighty. So back to the answer. Choosing to keep your distance. Seems a little harsh, right? And I mean, if you start ghosting the person or blowing them off last minute after saying you'd hang out with them, or if you go and just block them on all social media without warning, then yeah, that's pretty harsh. I'd say that that's pretty harsh. But the good news is that it doesn't have to be like that. It definitely does not. There are plenty of respectful options of what to do or say to somebody when you're not capable of allowing them into your space. And your space is anything from your actual space, like your house, your apartment, your car, your shed in the woods where you hide, murder weapons, whatever. I mean, your physical space, things like that. And then there's also your mental space. So, your mental space would mean allowing them to attend a basketball game, a movie, a concert, etc. with you, and spending time talking to them on the phone or FaceTiming, taking the time to read their 15-page long text message rant about the latest dude they're trying to date, and then giving them advice that they're not actually going to follow anyways. That's never happened to me before. All of these examples I just listed are ways in which another person can invade your mental space, whether or not you realize it, and whether or not they are purposely trying to do so. So, let me give you an example. I have this friend. Let's call her Amelia. And I came to realize that Amelia wasn't ever really a good friend to me, ever. She wasn't respectful of my time. I mean, she was always showing up late to everything, canceling on me last minute. She would ask me to hang out last minute and then get super upset with me when I had other plans. Or she would try to talk me into ditching my current plans to hang out with her instead, or would invite herself to tag along, even though it was nothing that interested her personally. I mean, just the whole 9 yards of just straight up not being cool at all. And it was actually super frustrating a lot of the time, like a lot. And I put up with this for a long time because, I thought Amelia was my friend. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to be a good friend to Amelia, so I would cave and I would do things with her, or I'd be upset that she canceled last minute, but I wouldn't say anything to her about it. Or I would be upset that she showed up late and I'm like, "Oh, well, that's just Amelia." And I would make excuses for her and yada, yada, yada. And then one day I realized that I didn't have to do this anymore. While I do still love her to death to this day, I decided that I am not required to answer her call every time she hits me up. I do not have to say yes to hang out when it's inconvenient for me or if I'm not interested in the suggested activity. And I am not required to let her tag along to events that, one, she doesn't even know anybody who's there, but two, something that doesn't even interest her, where she's just going to be bored and complain the whole time. Like, I don't have to do this to myself. But at the same time, I don't have to be mean about it. I don't. I can enjoy her company and be friendly with her when we do happen to be at the same place at the same time. And we've got some mutual friends, so that does occasionally happen. And I can interact with her in a friendly manner on social media, all without giving her my time or allowing her behaviors to disturb my peace. Wow. What a revelation right there, huh? Y'all, for years, and when I say years, I mean years, like all of my early 20s and definitely my teenage years, I was a people pleaser. I really was. And while I can say no to people and, I've had on and off struggles with saying no, but I would always put the other person first. I would always think of them first. And that was one, because I learned this terrible habit from my mother, but two, because I was so afraid to lose the people that I had in my life that I always just said yes to their needs, even when it meant sacrificing my own. And it was hit or miss, guys. There was some people where I would be real good about saying, "Oh no, fuck that, no." And then I'd have other people where I don't know why, I was just so afraid of losing their friendship, even though they weren't even good friends to me anyways, that I would do what they wanted to do. I would go to the stupid restaurant even though I didn't enjoy that food. I would watch the movie with them even though that movie sucked and I never wanted to see it in the first place. I would go to a concert to a band I never even heard of just because, and I would pay for my own. Also, mind you, like, that's worse, I think. When you go to a concert and you don't know the band members, and then you pay for your own ticket, and then when you have a concert that you wanna go to, and that friend is not willing to do the same for you, that's not a friend, y'all. That's not a friend. Because 'Cause I'm gonna back up for a second, because I have sacrificed things for friends before, where I'm like, I love this person, so I'm gonna do this with this person, even though I don't really care to do whatever this is, right? What you've got to realize is if that you go to that same person and you're like, "Hey, I wanna go to this concert. You wanna go with me?" And they're like, "Oh, no, I've never heard of them. I don't wanna go." And you're just sitting there like, "What the fuck? I just went to a concert with you, and I didn't know the people, and now you don't wanna come to a concert with me because you don't know the people?" Like, that's not cool. Y'all, that is not a friend. That's not a friend. Because a friend will sacrifice things for you just like you will sacrifice things for them. So, these are the people I'm telling you, y'all should really work on loving from afar, guys. I started doing it and life is just so much better. It's less stressful. It is less frustrating. I don't feel obligated to say yes to people, to anything anymore. Now, there are some friends that I will 100% say yes for if they called me up and said, "Hey, can you help me with this?" Or, "Hey, you wanna go do this?" Or yada, yada, yada. And I'm gonna always be there for the person because I know they will reciprocate it right back to me. But guys, if you don't know that deep in your heart, if you don't know that you can call this person when you need them, then stop being out there every beck and call. You weren't made to sit around and wait for them to hit you up and do whatever the hell they want to do. Like, you're your own person and you deserve to do what you want to do and have fun doing things too without feeling frustrated or sad or upset because your friend doesn't want to join on in. Find people who do. There are so many friendly fish in the sea. Trust me, I make accidental friends all the time. I'm not joking when I say that. I think sometimes I'm a little too friendly, but like, I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world because I like making new friends. I mean, who doesn't like having friends? Anyways, let me just tell you though, when I started to love these people from afar and kind of spend less time with those who aren't willing to be there for me, I really opened up a lot of time, not only for myself, which back then I needed a lot more time to work on self discovery and self growth and all of that kind of stuff. So that was great. But also, I opened up more free time to give to those who were willing to give back to me. Because just a reminder, a friendship is a two-way street. It's a give and a take. Any relationship in life, guys, is a give and a take. Your romantic partner, your friends, I mean, your family, but family doesn't always have to mean blood, by the way. I've got family that is not blood, that they are deep down my chosen family. But regardless, it's a two-way street. I'm here for you, you're here for me. If it's one-sided and it's always going one direction, that's when you really should sit back and start to think about things. You will thank me later for this conversation that we're having right now because I know you're talking back to me. You really are. You're sitting in your car responding to the things I say. Okay. All right. So, what I'm going to leave you with today is this: be who you are and say what you feel because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. That is a quote by Dr. Seuss, and I freaking love that quote because it is absolutely 100% true. The people who love you and who matter don't mind you. They don't mind who you are. They don't mind what you like to do. They don't mind hearing you talk. Like, they just love you for you. And those people matter. The people who don't matter are the ones who judge you, who aren't cool with things that you do, who criticize you. Those people, those people don't matter. Those people mind and they don't matter. So you can love those people who mind from afar. That way you can leave more room in your life for those who matter. Alrighty, y'all. So, it really would be time right now for my What a Weirdo segment, but I'm going to have to tell you that I've given y'all like 8 or 9 weirdo things about me, and I'm still waiting to hear from you. Like, straight up waiting to hear from you. So, I don't have one this week. I'm a super weirdo and I could not think of anything else. That's tragic, I know. I'm sure there's other things, but I just couldn't come up with a good one this week. So, it's your turn. Hit me up on Instagram. It's distressed to joyful _ Bailey's way. And freaking send me a weirdo thing that you do. Just DM me. I'm so happy to read them. I'm excited to read them. And if you don't have Instagram, you can go on my website, whatisheybales.com, and there's this comment page. Comment? No, it's contact. Wow, wrong word. Contact. So if you go to the contact page, you can write a comment and email it to me. And what's really cool is you don't have to put your name. I mean, you could put your name because that's also cool. But if you're like a little shy about your weirdo thing, Make up a name. Damn it. I don't care. I just want to hear what weird things you do so we can share them with everybody because it's fun. Like, I have fun with these, which is why it's so tragic that I don't have one this week. So apologies, but now it's your turn. So you do your job. You send me some things, y'all. Send me some things. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But next week, we're going to swing the topic back around and we're going to focus a bit more on bipolar disorder. Because I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've done some of that. I've been talking more about things that have helped me in my growth. But let's swing back and let's talk more about bipolar disorder. And specifically next time, we're going to talk about the correlation between reckless driving and bipolar disorder. So that might sound a little foreign to some of you guys right now, and for others, it might not. Thanks again for listening to the show. I appreciate each and every one of you. And guys, I've read some amazing reviews on Apple Podcasts lately that have literally just melted my heart. I'm totally tearing up right now. You can't see me, but I do this for y'all. I do this because I have struggled so much in my life that I don't want other people to struggle. It sucks. Like it sucks being on the struggle bus. And so I sit here and I verbalize and I vocalize all of these shitty things that have happened to me or that I've been through because I want to help you get through your shitty things. I mean, the world is a shitty enough place. We need more people out there who are willing to help others and especially in the mental health realm. And I decided to do that and hearing how helpful and it's been for y'all and how grateful y'all are to listen to the show, it really does make my heart happy. So, thanks for leaving reviews and for tuning in. And if you have something you want to share, please leave me a review. I read all of them and I have them saved on my phone and they make my heart so happy to hear that this thing is doing great things for others too. So, oh boy, I'm really glad you can't see me. I'm sitting in a closet crying right now. A little awkward. And they're happy tears though. They're happy tears, so that's good, right? Alrighty, well, don't forget to hit the little subscribe button at the top so that you can keep on tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, stay grateful, and be joyful. Bye!